Hello friends, welcome to our channel Knowledge Amplifier. So today in this particular video, I am going to discuss about AWS Step Function Callback. Okay, a very important concept and used in many complex architecture design. So where we can use this particular topic, I will be covering in my upcoming videos. As of now, let's try to understand what this concept actually is. Okay. So there are different ways using which you can basically integrate AWS Step Function and other AWS services using Amazon State language, that is basically using the JSON, which I shown earlier in my previous videos, right? Now, among different ways, one possible way is you call another AWS service from Step Function and have your main Step Function wait for that particular job to complete. And once the job is complete, then the step function will proceed with the next processing. Okay, that is one way. Another way is you call another AWS service from your step function with a task token. Okay, you share a unique ID with that particular call, and then your step function will wait until that particular service returns some payload with the token what the step function sent. And once the step function get that, okay, I sent this token only, now I received that particular token. So then what it will do, it will proceed with the next steps. Okay. And that second process, what just now I explained, that is nothing but termed as AWS Step Function Callback. Okay. So with respect to pictorial diagram, how it works. So suppose we are having our AWS Step Function, multiple steps are orchestrated within a particular function. Now suppose some other activity has to be done with some other AWS service. So what the step function will do, the step function will send a task token. Like mostly we use AWS SQS. So what the step function will do, the step function will send the task token, one unique ID with other important required informations. Okay. Now the message is sitting in Amazon SQS. Then maybe you can use AWS Lambda or some other service to take that particular message and process it. Okay. What this step function will do, it will say that call me when your job is done or if the job fails. Okay. For any of the case, just call me with that particular task token what I return to SQS. Okay. Now suppose Lambda is taking the responsibility for processing, because using Lambda we can integrate with several services. So what the Lambda will do, the Lambda will read that other information shared along with the unique task token from Amazon SQS. Maybe it will process that, or it will be calling some other AWS service and process that. Once that is done, the Amazon Lambda or AWS Lambda will return that, okay, that particular job is done. So it will basically call an API called SendTaskSuccess. Okay, that is basically in both of this particular API is available. I will show you the documentation. So what the Lambda will return? It will return the output of the required task which the process was doing in the backend. Along with that, the unique task token what the step function sent to SQS, that also it will return. Okay. Until then, our step function was actually on hold, right? Now, once step function get that particular task token which it's sent to SQS, it will understand, okay, the job is done. So it will proceed with the next steps. And that's how the callback works. So just a quick recap. So initially what happens, we are having a step function SQS queue. Step function send the task token with other information. Task token is nothing but a unique token. Then our other service, maybe that is in AWS Lambda, will take that message and step function will pause its execution. It will just tell SQS, call me with that particular token when the job is done or failed. Okay. Now in the backend, Lambda will take that. It will process. It can take any amount of time, does not matter. Basically in step function you can configure that after this much time either you should do timeout or maybe you can wait until you are getting the task token and response. Okay, anything is possible. So here Lambda will take that particular request, process that, and when it will send to step function, it need to make sure along with the other output it is sending the task token which the step function sent to SQS initially, right? That way this particular cycle will work. And that's what the callback is, right? And using callback, we can basically build several complex architecture. As of now, let's focus on this particular simple triangle, how to build that in AWS. Let's do that lab experiment and then we will switch to complex architecture design. Okay. So here I have written some steps and here let's follow these steps and create a simple pipeline. So here first what I will do, I will create an SQS queue. Okay. So here I will go to AWS Management Console and here I will search for SQS and here I will go to simple queue service. Okay. And then here I will create a queue. Create queue, demo, YT, testing, step 01. Some name I have given and keeping all other properties as default, I will create this particular queue. Okay. How to integrate step function and SQS queue already I discussed. So if you want to know that detailed explanation, you can go through the link given in the description box. Okay. So here, what is the next step? The next step is we will create a step function. We will check the integration between step function and SQS queue and verify whether the step function, whatever token it is sending to SQS, that it is received properly in the SQS side or not. Okay, that we will verify. So here I will go to step and here I will search for step function. And then here I will click on get started. Maybe not, I will go to create state machine and here standard machine I will create with workflow visually. And here first step I will search for SQS and here SQS send message is there. I want to send the message. Okay. And here a simple pass block I will be keeping to observe the output, that's all. So in the SQS message here I need to choose the SQS URL. So as of now in our account only one SQS queue is there. I will choose that one. Okay. And here you can see in additional configuration, wait for callback. Here it is clearly written, pause the execution at this stage until the execution receive a callback from the SendTaskSuccess or SendTaskFailure API with the task token. So like here I have told you, right, that the Lambda has to return with SendTaskSuccess API. If it fails, it can call SendTaskFail API with the output and token. Okay, that's fine. So here, whenever we are enabling wait for callback, this message is coming. So I will copy this particular message and save it for our future additional part. Okay. So here I will click on done and here wait for callback is enabled. Okay. And here what we need to do, we need to edit the JSON little bit. So here in the JSON, we need to send the task token also with our actual message. Okay. So in message body, what I will do, I will put this inside one curly bracket. So message body will be complete part. And here the input, whatever will be step functions input, that we will pass in the input key. So input dot dollar colon. So here dollar. Okay. So what this is saying, this is basically telling that whatever step function we'll get as input, that we will simply put in the input key and then we will pass to the SQS queue. Okay. And here along with that we need to pass the task token also. So for task token, this is the code we have to use as we have already seen. So here I will put that. Okay. And keeping all other properties default, I will go to next and then here I will go to next. My state machine YT I am keeping. Here create a new role is fine. And then here I will create the state machine. Okay. Right. Here state machine is created and here start the execution. So here comment, insert your JSON here. Maybe one more key I will be putting, that is hello. And then here maybe world. Okay. Hello world example. Okay. And then here what I will do, I will start the execution. So what will happen, this particular step function will send that request to SQS queue along with task token. So let's see, if I go to queue, here if I refresh, here you will see message available 1. So one message came. So let's see that. So here I will click on send or receive messages and then here I will click on poll for messages. So if I am clicking, here one message is there. Okay. If I just expand that, here you can see the input and then whatever input we passed in this step function, that comment and hello, these two key are coming. And apart from that, my task token, there our token is available. Okay. So whenever our job will be done, the Lambda need to send this particular token along with other required output to the step function with the send API. Okay. That is SendTaskSuccess API. Okay. Right. So here it is done. Now what I will do, I will delete this particular message because just for analysis purpose I kept that. And here the step function is basically paused here. It is waiting for the token output. So I will just stop the execution manually because just currently we are doing experiments. Okay. Now here what I will do, I will open AWS Management Console in a new tab and I will create a Lambda function. Okay, because as per the architecture, the Lambda will read from SQS and do all the processing and all, and finally at the end it will send the token to the step function, so that step function can go ahead with other steps. So demo callback YT0110, some dummy name I am keeping, Python 3.9 I am putting, and here I will create the function. Okay, and here what I will do, first I will go to configuration section, and here this timeout I will configure as 30 seconds as of now, and it will not have any permission access issue if we are providing SQS access and step function access, so I will make sure those two we are providing. Okay, so here I will add permission, because if you see this particular Lambda is reading from SQS and basically it is calling the SendTaskSuccess API for step function, so it is better to have SQS and step function access. So Amazon SQS full access, and here I will search for step function. So here Amazon step function full access. Okay, and here I will attach these two policies. Right, it is attached. Perfect. Now here what I will do, I will go to code. As of now in Lambda function, just I will print the event. Okay, first we'll write the code by understanding how the messages are coming from SQS, and then eventually we will add more components. Okay, and here I will add the trigger. So here the trigger should come from SQS. Here I will choose my SQS queue. Batch size as of now I am keeping only 1, and here I will add that. Okay, right, here you can see that SQS is creating. Okay, let it create. So here now it is enabled. Okay, perfect. What I will do, I will basically start my step function. A new execution I will do. As of now, if you observe in queue, currently no message is available because only one message we published and that also we deleted, right? So here I will start the execution. So here execution started. It sent the message to SQS queue. So in message in flight we should see that, because Lambda will consume the message. So here actually already Lambda has consumed, so here in message in flight also you are not able to see anything. So if I go to Lambda monitor section, and then here if I go to view logs in CloudWatch, we should see that. Okay, and by that time what I will do, I will stop this particular execution to avoid unnecessary cost. So here currently both are aborted, and here in CloudWatch our Lambda got triggered from SQS, and here you can see the JSON. Okay, I will copy this JSON and I will make it proper so that we can read it easily. Okay, so here in JSON formatted website I will paste that, and here I will process that one. Right, so if I am processing here, this is how the message is coming from SQS queue to our Lambda. Okay, so here I can start writing the code. In the code section I will go, and then here I will write main message equal to, that is stored where, in the record key. So basically within event there is a record key. Inside record key there is something called body. Okay, inside body here you can see our input, the comment, hello world, etc. present. Okay, so I will choose this particular body. So record of body. Okay, but if you see here, record is one array. Okay, so the messages are coming as array element, so only one message we are triggering. So here this is the first element, right? So here I will put record of 0 and then body, and if you observe, the body is coming as string, but actually it is dictionary or JSON. So I will use json.loads. Okay, and here I can print the main message. Okay, right, and then here I need to extract the input. Input is actually what is input for our step function, right? So here I will write step function input equal to, here if you observe in our main message, here main message is basically containing the body part. Within body there is input, right? So here I will take that particular one. Okay, cool, input. And here if you see within input, this is basically coming as this kind of JSON. Okay, so input there, comment is one key is there, and hello is one key. Okay, so here I can put print the comment is format a step function input. Within that there is a key called comment. Okay, so I will just put that. I will copy this particular one, and then there is another one, hello. This is the key we are passing. So here the hello is, okay, like this way, just for experiment purpose we are printing to understand whether we are consuming properly. And then here if you see in the body part only, our task token is also present. Okay, here this is our task token. Okay, so this task token we need to extract, because this one only we need to return, right? So here task token equal to, here what we will do, that is basically in the main message is basically having the body part. In the body part there is a key called my task token. Okay, that one we need to use. So here my task token, here I can print that one also. Print the task is task. Okay, right? Now here we need to return this from Lambda to our step function. Otherwise the step function will keep on wait for this particular token. Okay, and eventually it will have timeout also, right? So here we need to do that one also. So for that let's explore what functionality is available in our Boto3 documentation for step function. So here I am in Boto3 step function documentation, and here you can see this is how we can basically create a client for our step function. So I will copy this particular code and paste that here. So this client is basically a step function client, and if you go a little bit below, here you will see the API SendTaskSuccess. Okay, so I will copy that. This is the code how we need to return. So here I will paste that here in the lower part, and I will make alignment proper. Okay, response equal to client dot SendTaskSuccess. Here task token we have to pass. This is our task token. Okay, and in output you can pass any string. So generally whenever we return from Lambda function, we generally pass as JSON response or dictionary response. Like here you can see body JSON dot terms Lambda. So here I will, in the output I will pass a JSON only, that is body part is return from Lambda callback. Okay, and then here I need to convert this to a string, because that's how it's written in documentation. Here the output required in string format. Okay, so here I will make sure that, so JSON.terms I will use to convert that to string format. Okay, right, and here I will delete this. Here currently just we are returning that callback token with the required output to the step function, and as of now we are just sending a dummy output that is returned from Lambda callback. That's okay. So this is more or less our code. I will just deploy this one, and maybe I will just put a time, so import time, and here I will have some sleep time to show you the step function is waiting. So here time dot sleep of 20. Okay, if I don't put time dot sleep, it will complete very quickly. Okay, so just to avoid that, I have done like that way, right? And then here what I will do, I will start a new execution, and here I will start the execution. Okay, so here you can see it sent the message to SQS Queue. From SQS Queue the Lambda got triggered. The Lambda is processing that. Basically in our case it is not processing anything, just it will simply send the task token with a dummy body. Okay, after waiting for 20 seconds. Okay, so let's see here. If I refresh, here it is running. Let's see what is the status in our Lambda. If I go to monitor section, and here I can go to view logs in CloudWatch, and let's observe what in CloudWatch we are having. If we are getting some error, we need to debug that also. Okay, so here this is the one. If I just open that one, here see we are getting some error. Name error John. Okay, so Jason spelling mistake I have done somewhere. So it is basically Jason. Okay, right. And let me redeploy. So here what will happen? Because if the Lambda fails for some reason, automatically it will return that particular message to SQS so that next time it will available for polling. Okay, so we no need to worry on that. Currently the message is in flight, so here the Lambda function will try to fulfill that particular requirement, and let's see. So here some new error came, print spelling mistake. So here this will be print, and here I will deploy. Okay, it is deployed. So here it is still in message in flight mode. So let's see. So here another error we are getting, name print is not defined. Yeah, begin somewhere print mistake I think I have done. Let me check. The name PRITN is not defined, but here I have given print. Let me check. Just search PRITN. Here actually there is no spelling mistake is there, so it should work. Okay, so actually this is the new place, and see here actually I was taking wrong log, not a problem. As of now you can see here it worked properly. Main message part here it taken from input. The comment is insert your JSON here. In the step function, when we send, if you observe the step function input in the comment, insert your JSON here, that's what we passed. In the key hello, the message was world. Okay, so here you can see the hello is world. Okay, and the task token, here it has taken the task token also, and then here it ended the request. And if you see here in the step function, both are good. Let me just run it again. So here I will make a new execution with same input, and I will not switch to other pages. Just see here, currently it send the message to SQS. Now Lambda will consume that, it will process that and send the token. Till then the step function is not going to the next step. That's the beauty. Okay, and that's what the callback says. Okay, it will send the particular token and it will wait until and unless it is getting back that particular token with SendTaskSuccess API call. Okay, so see here it is done, and that's why it went to next step. If I click on that, here this is the input what we pass to step function. If you observe the output, in the output we are getting body return from Lambda callback. Basically it is coming from this particular body, whatever we send in the SendTaskSuccess API. Okay, that output only here it is coming. In the pass block also same input and output we are observing, right? So this is how you can basically integrate step function with other AWS service using callback. Okay, and how we can use this in different architecture, that I am going to cover in my upcoming videos. Till then, stay tuned. So if you find this video helpful, then please like, share and comment. Subscribe our channel if you have not subscribed till now, and don't forget to press the bell icon to get the notification of our latest videos. Thank you.